All right. Now what I need to do, I need to figure out what to do for this one. And I kind of need, I need to drag in my press all the buttons and info. I love this one so much. Ugh. That was like one of my favorites. I can't, how do I do better than that? I just need to start thinking of some ideas. It has to be general. It can't be, you know, all Halloween-y. I mean, this one is a little bit, I mean, yeah, it's winter. It needs to extend beyond the main holidays, and of course, you know. Think of something. No. Oh, I know what I need to do. I can just go in here and grab. Can I do that? I know that one was. See if I can grab my overlays. Oh, I made, let's see, it would have been May. I think I did it at the beginning of May. Down here. Let's go to May. Summer info. Here we go. Good. Oh, I'll just keep the info overlay here. Oops. There we go. So I can hide you. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see if I can get some ideas here. Kind of need to set an alarm because I need to dip at about 12:30, 12:45. Yay. Paul, which should be very, very kind of cool and exciting. I've got hopefully a really cool wholesale opportunity for a pretty large store. So I'm meeting with a I guess it would be kind of like a fulfillment house. What they do is they interface. They're like a middleman between large retailers and smaller companies or artists, and they essentially license out, as I understand it anyway, I'll get clarification on this today, but they license artwork and then like create the products and then get those into stores. So that is what I will be learning about today, which is exciting. But first, we need to figure out what to draw for fall. And God, I love these colors so much. Ugh. I can't just, I just want to use this again, but I have to update it. Because that's part of the fun, is updating it for every season. What do I want to do? I think I want to do, I'm thinking of maybe ginkgo leaves, like just having those golden colors, those really warm, pretty golden colors. Maybe having some fence posts. I feel like I've done this already though. And I can scroll through all of them. So if you're looking right here, this is my library, and you can see all of the ones I've done in the past. And I haven't really, oh, I love this one with the scarecrow. And there's a fence one. So I kind of did start it, I for the longest time I used this one. And then I started doing seasonal in 2020, I guess it was. Wow. There's 2020, 2021. So I started at fall, winter, and then spring, summer, fall, winter. Spring, summer, fall, winter, 22, 23. I loved the spring. 23 was a banger year for these. So I did that one with the planting, and then I had the ice cream shop, and then I had my favorite of the with the kind of bird's eye view looking down, and then again with winter. And I really outdid myself that year. I mean, I feel I like the spring one here, but I feel that, you know, I don't know. I still feel like that was a better, I don't know, more engaging, more fun. Oh, all right. Well, let's see if we can come up with something. And so what I do on this one is I have my info overlay, so at any time I can pop that on and make sure I'm not putting things in areas that, you know, need to be clear for text, because the whole purpose of this is to is a call to action, like, comment, send, save, or share, save, and then support the creation of more cuteness at shop@becute.com. And then I've started varying my product that I put behind the comic. So I actually put two of these. I put this general kind of shop advertisement, and then I do, I've been changing it up to a product specific one. I had the pins for the longest time, but for the last several comics, I've been doing a plush highlight of one of the main characters that are featured in the comics. So, for example, last night, let me just open this up. This was the artwork for last night's comic. So what I did here was since the floofs are featured in this one, and I don't have a Granny Bear and Boop plushie. I do have a pin set though. I should have done the pin set probably, but whatever. I switched this one out to an Adopt a Floof Today, shop.becute.com, and then the full call to action panel. And I thought this was fun. I actually have a new, I guess I'd call it a sub-series. It would be a sub-series, kind of similar to what the Wall comics are, or the Cooking with Momo and Coco, and those. So I've got to do a little more planning. I have the skeleton, the raw structure of it, and but I need to figure out a couple of episodes to start, because I believe this series is going to be longer. I don't think I can complete the stories in one single panel like this, because of the nature of it. The sub-series is Cozy Town Mysteries, and I have two of my underutilized actually 3 of my underutilized characters are starring in it, and 2 of them are the detectives. Well, technically, and I'm introducing a 4th. So technically, 2 underutilized characters are the detectives. I've got another one that is the dispatch, who handles the calls coming in and sends them off on cases, kind of like, this is funny, not funny enough, but I watched GoldenEye this weekend, actually on Friday. And this is when the idea kind of started to really matriculate. And so one of the characters, the new one, is actually going to be functioning like Q. And Cute Bear will be the dispatch. And she'll be kind of like the one sending people out on missions. And that she'll be not the M position really, but she's just kind of the director. Then Samu and Barry are the investigators that go and solve these Cozy Town mysteries. Like, maybe Granny Bear has misplaced her favorite recipe book, and they have to discover where it is. So I need to first of all figure out some mysteries, and because I don't feel like I'm good at that. I'm always amazed at, all these twisty-turny movies, and, I loved the Sherlock Hound series. Well, I can't say that I've watched the whole thing, because I didn't know more existed than when I originally had. I think I just had 6-ish episodes, and there are actually quite a few more. And I didn't know that, but apparently, I believe it was 1984 when this series was done, and Hayao Miyazaki actually helmed the first 6 episodes, I believe. And I think after he left, the production value kind of changed, but I only had, growing up, those first few episodes. And for whatever reason, I don't know that, because my dad would always, kind of bring home VHS. He'd copy them, and I'd just watch them ad nauseum. And that was one of them. And for some reason, I guess the video store never got beyond volume 1 or 2 or whatever it was. And so of course I never saw more than that. Later in life, I figured out, when I was looking things up, and when they actually were put out on DVD, there are quite a few more. And I have volumes 1 and 2, I believe. But there's also 3 and 4 out there somewhere. And there's also an art book, which I have my eyes on, but it is like a collector's item now. So I've got to be vigilant on eBay if I want it. But really cool stuff. But I always loved the, discovering along with, Sherlock, all of these, things. So I've got to figure out how to write those mysteries. And make it a fun story and journey. And I've honestly thought about getting, I don't have, you know, any of the original Sherlock stories. So I was thinking maybe of, you know, either renting some from the library or finding something like that. And I don't really have any, I mean, I have mystery, sort of mystery novels, but I'm just really a few. It's more into fantasy and sci-fi. So, I mean, some of those involve mysteries, of course, but I'm just kind of looking through, and I'm looking through my manga, and I'm looking through my, you know, English translation manga. I have Campus Detectives, but I don't have my scanlations for that anymore, and I don't remember what any of those detective stories were. I knew they were adorable, and I remember reading them and loving them, but so figuring out how to write those is one thing. And I'm guessing that it might be a couple of, maybe one mystery or one episode will span over several comic days. Like maybe I'll start on like a Tuesday, Friday, Tuesday, or maybe it'll be a 2-week span, or maybe I'll do, God, that would just, if I changed my schedule to 3 comics a week, that would be all I could do, and that's not really feasible. So I got to figure out something there. It's pretty exciting though. I'm excited to. I have the first episode in mind, and it is just an intro comic, so it can just function as a single comic. But I want to be ready to actually dive into the rest of the stories. I don't want to post this comic and say like, hey, I've got a new sub-series coming, and then nothing for a while as I'm actually building it. So before I start that, I want to know where I'm going. So, but yeah, anyway, that's what I've shifted things over to there. Let's go ahead and start sketching this. I bet I could find that series somewhere. I know I have it on DVD, but I don't have a DVD drive in this computer, so. I wonder if I could. It depends on who licensed it, because I don't think it's included. Let me just. Let me just do a little look-see here. Apparently it's on Crunchyroll. God, 26 episodes. I've only seen like 6. What? Oh, did I miss this? I'm sure I missed this. Ugh. It was from March to April 18th. Ugh. Well, maybe it's actually on DVD. Well, I have the old DVDs, but I don't have remastered ones. It's on the Ghibli wiki. But I thought okay, it's on Crunchyroll. The Roku Retro Crush Freevee. Okay, I've got Freevee. Oh. Is it on Prime? Yeah, that was, I recently saw, actually, I think it was a tweet last night. I saw a, what was it, 2D animation? It was some 2D animation, like, theme Twitter. And they posted Sherlock Hound, and it highlighted Mrs. Hudson. And that was actually one of my favorite episodes. This is when they find out a little bit about Mrs. Hudson, and she kind of, yeah, that was one of my favorites. Where to watch? Sling, Amazon Prime. Hey, okay, cool. I can watch it on Amazon Prime. I've got that. That'll be cool to have running. Gosh, that'll be... And I'll be curious to see what... Because I watched those first several episodes quite a bit. It'll be interesting to see what I notice. Oh, I was out of my group. Let's do this. Let's get rid of that, and let's go back into that. Do it like this. I am doubtful I need more than this, but make sure I space these a little bit. And then I'll go ahead and probably come in later and do, maybe I'll fix this kind of edging right here, this little grass area. I've got to maybe make a little bit of layers and figure out how I want to do that. Definitely want ginkgo leaves. You can have them like falling around. And I'll have a tree here and trees here. And I was thinking like some fence posts here, but I don't know, maybe something else. And I think Momo's going to be blocking the rest of this, but I do want to draw it just in case. Or I could have it kind of go off like this. This. then I think probably as I get further away, less detail you're going to see. Probably do something like this even, or even make it darker. Doesn't really feel like a Tuesday today, does it? Oops. Some of these lines are a little too thick. Is that something I want to do? Kind of will cap it off nicely if I remove all of this and just group it and drop it down. feel like I should group Spence. Can't make a group of objects that don't. Oh, whoops. Okay. So we're going to deselect that, and now we're going to group. There we go. And I've got my fancy group, which will hopefully make things easier. I feel like this back portion should have a little bit more shadow. Maybe not that much, but some, because it's a larger surface area. So maybe. Might be good if I actually connected. I don't know if her proportions are quite right here. A little more like Mo. And do I want her there? And make sure. Smile for Momo. I'm gonna make groups and subgroups here because I want to have them, I need to have the characters separated. I've got to have a floof up here and I'll have Coconut back here, but I'm gonna probably draw Coconut and then take her out of this group so I can send her to the back behind everything because she'll be like walking up behind the hill and Momo's already crossed over the hill, so I'll smaller group. Yeah, way too big for something so far in the background. Holding on to a bag of groceries. So I've got to make sure this is looking all right. So she's got her arms around it, so it's kind of scrunched in the middle. And I may move her back a little bit since I don't really have these fence posts in here anymore, but I could also fill in with some floofs. And I'll definitely have her line art something different. All right, so that's coconut. Let's take out some of her body lines. I think that'll be all right. There we go. That's a little bit more cocoa here. I think I'm gonna go pretty simple on the shadows and stuff. She's pretty far away. Oops, I'm gonna move her face. I've got them there, and I think actually I'll need to do maybe a little more shadows on Coconut. I'll go ahead and draw a little bit on her back leg here. Like she's wearing boots. Just maybe make it a little lighter, but not that dark. want to fix that mouth a little bit. Let's group and drop it down. That's better. Maybe put another one here. Maybe a little one on there. Maybe a little one on Coconut's head. Maybe a little one on Momo's head. That could be kind of fun. It could be like reaching. Look at that. That's adding a little bit more life and movement to the scene. And then I'll have the nice overhanging branches here, the Inco leaves everywhere. That'll be fun to work with that shape. I'll have to, and then I'll have the kind of golden leaves falling everywhere, and maybe some other colors too. Let's see. A little smaller here. Here we go. That might be better. So I'll have that one sitting there on her head. I might have to redraw that a little bit. I've got one here, maybe one here. And I've got one walking in front. And then I've got the little one on top of here. So that'll be good. And then I'm just filling in the trees in the background. Let's save this out. I'm not sure why. Okay, I was going to say I'm not sure why it's taking so long to save. So this is the 24 update of this one, which is my summer panel. I'll finish this tonight. I need to log off here and get ready for my call. Yeah, I'm still really, gosh, I don't know how I could ever outdo that one or this one. Those two, the fall and winter for last year, were really, really good. Kind of have to think about changing camera angles more, but I think this will be nice. This will kind of set the mood. I'll have Coconut dropped in a different line color. I'll have these guys in the regular contrast, and then I'll probably play around with that a little bit. I did that here I've got these guys in just a slightly lighter line art and everything here, to create a little bit of distance to show they're walking through these trees and the viewer is actually up in the trees. So that's why I kept these a little bit higher contrast. I didn't do that here. And I kind of, a little bit. I did some of it here, but not a lot. But we're going to experiment and make this look really good, I think. But yeah, that'll be it for me today. Let me go ahead and shut down my ending screen. There we go. I will be back on Thursday with comics, and I may, if I get some writing done, may be able to start on that new series I mentioned earlier. Well, sub-series really, with the different characters. I've got the intro comic ready to go. I just need to know what I'm drawing. Catherine, hey! Oh, it's all right. I've actually cutting the stream a little short today because I have to. I've got a call I need to jump on with a potential wholesale buyer, so that'll be really, really cool. Hopefully, I'll have some good news there. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you next time.